Thoughts never spoken,
feelings,
never prices,
truth, thoughts.
truths never voiced.
Welcome to the Unspoken Voices podcast with Chuck Ellis, where the rubber meets the road and the unspoken finds its voice. This is more than a podcast. This is a space for the thoughts you've been holding in, the conversation you've been avoiding, the feelings you've been struggling to explain. It's a platform for honesty, a safe place for courage, and voice for those who haven't found theirs yet. Here we don't run from real life.
We face it.
Whether you're calling in to share your story or listening because you're not ready to speak yet, this platform was built for you. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
What's really going on? This is the Unspoken Voices podcast.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. For those who are on with me today, I wasn't even going to go on because I wanted to be respectful to those individuals who are out enjoying their time with their families, relaxing. So I took the day off to relax myself. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being firm supporters of the Unspoken Voices podcast. In addition, before we do anything else, I always want to give praise and thanks and honor to God for being able to allow us to enjoy in this day, in this moment, for waking us up this morning, for holding families together, and for just being Him. So first and foremost, like I said, we thank God for everything that He gives us and does for us, good and bad, because it's His choice. Now, getting into it, I still want to make sure I give a shout out to my sponsors. We got the Loft Barber and Beauty in Romeoville, Illinois. Give a shout out to my fellas over there. They're still, and just so y'all know, they're still looking for some beauticians and barbers. Have a couple slots open for that. So if you're interested, again, look up the Loft Barber and Beauty in Romeoville, Illinois. They definitely give support to young and upcoming beauticians and barbers. Whether you're coming out of barber school or whether you want some additional training, they'll still come and make room for you. It's a very welcoming place. Now, next to get on to the show, we have no real topic for today. Like I said, I just wanted to get on and have a welcome and a greeting and thank everyone who has been supporting the Unspoken Voices podcast thus far. I do want you to know that we have a segment coming up this Sunday with Lamont Williams again. It's our monthly segment that addresses African American history. We're going to be diving into the origins and the history of the Nile River Valley, individuals in that origin as it applies to faith, traditions, and a lot of historical contexts that are now used today, even symbols. So, put that on your calendar. Please make sure you don't forget to tune in. I will be posting that as well. Always a fresh reminder that myself, Charles Ellis, I have an upcoming book of poetry, but it's more so a poetic memoir. The book is called Manifested Fruition. It should be coming out in the next few weeks. I still have a few things that I want to make sure that's absolutely correct before I put it out to the public. I will be announcing. I will be putting out a format for people who want to make purchases or get personalized signed books. I will be personalized signing them, and I'll be shipping them out to individuals who want to make personal purchases. Next up, life deals you a lot of lemons, but we choose to make lemonade out of the things that happen. As we go into this summer months, I want everyone to be safe, man. So a lot of things happening out here, a lot of people missing, a lot of murders, a lot of crime, a lot of things that are happening. And to have been in that element in my life, I understand the rigors of being out on the streets and having to what we do so called survive. Um, but there are options, and the options come with sacrifice. And in order to take advantage of those options, you have to be willing to sacrifice yourself and some of the luxuries and the things of that you may not think that you can let go of. And that includes the streets. You know, I recently spoke to a friend of mine, and he explained to me how people in life have choices, and he chose things early on in life, in his first part of life, whereas though it was drug addiction, crime and things of that nature. And once he came up out of that situation, now his daily focus is to focus on himself. Every day, every morning, every day, you focus on your own well-being, your upkeep, your mental stability, those things that allow you to enjoy life, enjoy being able to take advantage of each moment given, because nothing is promised. Nothing is promised for any of us. So as we go into things, and you know what, another thing I want to address is, as we go into things, family. Family is important. I don't care what nobody say. Sometimes we have differences, and we have, sometimes we always have a lot of differences amongst family members. And when you address them, what is the actual value of it? What is the actual value of the difference that you had? You know, for myself, I have arguments, and not even arguments, disagreements. I don't even argue with my brothers no more. But my oldest brother, me and him, we never got into a fight or none of that thing. And sometimes I see individuals that go through things with their siblings, and I have to remind myself that I miss my brother. He was my protector. He taught me things. And to miss someone so dearly, and to see other people squander the opportunity to take advantage of what they have in front of them, irregardless of the situation, irregardless of the differences, it's kind of saddening. And as I speak on this, there's a lot of things in my life that need correction. You know, they need correction. But one thing I did learn is, if someone does you wrong, there's a such thing as forgiveness. No, you'll never forget. But when you forgive them, you forgive them. Whether you forgive them, and you can't say you forgive them for yourself or for your own peace. You have, not for them. You forgive them because you forgive them, and you can't hold that forever. But that don't mean just because you forgive them, you have to be the one to take the first step. Excuse my allergies. So if they take that step towards you and recognize, they don't even have to they recognize that wrong, and it don't have to be an element of right or wrong. You can forgive them without even saying, "Hey, I forgive you," because your forgiveness is already given. And who are we to say, "Oh, well, I gotta forgive somebody"? God gave us life. He forgave us for a lot of things that we do wrong. We don't live in perfect accordance to how we're supposed to live. So that's just a note from my desk, from my office, from how I'm sitting. And hey, look, I kind of like where I'm at right now. So I don't know. Might have to see about having the podcast outside. You know, come outside for a little while. So I'll see about entertaining that, because it's nice. It's not too hot after all the storms and stuff, the flooding, the storms, the bad weather. Uh, people houses. So it's a lot of things that's happening out there. Anyway, I just want to step in, drop a note to everybody, tell you what what I have coming up, and also we have a. Not only do we have the history segment, I want to make sure you know this. Mr. Brian Kruger will be coming on in the following week to talk about mental health. I'm always keeping mental health at the forefront of the podcast because that's a part of the foundation. You know, I have to deal with my own mental health. I had to deal with my issues that I grew up with that I still deal with. You know, it's not like you can say, okay, I dealt with it and it's gone. It's a constant thing that you have to be mindful of because if you don't have a handle on it at every step of the way, then at a moment's notice, it could slip away, and that slip could cost you more than what you're willing to sacrifice or what you're willing to give. Giving enough of my life away at my own expense to continue to do the same things that I did before. I will be talking about that as well. Like I said, you know, I just wanted to tap in with y'all, tell y'all, hey, good holiday. If that's you want to call it a holiday, your holiday. Um, I'm not going to disrespect nothing or nothing like that. But like I said, you know, as African American, Juneteenth is our July 4th. So you know, but I still recognize that individuals still take the time out to go and spend time with their families and things of that nature. So you know, hey, you know, we make holidays what they are. Make every day what it is. And coming up, just so y'all know, your boy got a birthday coming up on Tuesday. That's their cancer life. Trying to tell y'all, July 7th, Chuck Ellis birthday. So I appreciate any well wishes or anything like that. You know, I don't really do a lot of celebration, but when you get a little bit older, you still appreciate it. You know, hey, what's up, cuz man? I didn't even you know what. I'm glad you took time out to check me out, man. I ain't seen you in a long time. That's my cousin though. He comment on that. I'm you know since I got time speaking, and it's my podcast. So look, I can talk to y'all directly. You know, Dr. Joseph Blake. You know, me and Joe. He went through the service. I went through the service, and while you got you on here, and I can talk about you, man. You still was you was an icon. You was a forerunner. You showed us, so family members, was possible. You know, and the cycles in life that don't have to be followed. A trendsetter. You changed the narrative. So I want to thank you. I give a shout out to my cousin. I don't see you all the time. We don't talk all the time, but I appreciate your support. I'm see you tuning in. Reach out to my family members. I thank y'all for supporting and tuning in and being a part of this growth process that I'm in. You know, and like I said, I will be talking more about me and addressing certain things about me later on. But for anybody else, for everybody else, if you got a story to tell, if you got something that you dealt with, you're going through it, hey, don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to be a part of the Unspoken Voices podcast, you want to come on and got a positive message to deliver, because we supposed to learn from each other. And it don't matter whether you black, white, indifferent. It don't matter your nationality. You know, we're all people, so we all go through things, and everybody can learn something from somebody. You know, you don't have to just be in Illinois where I'm at. You don't have to be in Baltimore where I'm from. You know, I welcome anybody and everybody. I want to be able, because I stream. So I want to be able to talk to people in various elements, you know, Texas, Alabama, anywhere. I don't care where you at. If you can stream, I'm going to reach you. Arizona. Yeah, that's Joe. So, like I said, man, I thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate all the support, all the effort, all the love. Again, follow me, stay close to me on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube, Poetic Picasso. Again, that's Poetic Picasso on YouTube. I have some songs, my actual written words. I wrote them. Now you already know I use technology to help sing them, but at the same token, I wrote them. See a young man out there playing in the yard. I can't put him on there because he has to get approval to be on there, so I ain't want to put him on there. So we'll do all that. But again, y'all can find me, uh, Poetic Picasso, Unspoken Voices podcast. I have books on Amazon. You can find me on Amazon under Charles Ellis Poetry by Charles Ellis. We can check out my books. Man, let's do some things. Tap in, support a brother. Stand behind me, stand in front of me, stand with me as we take this journey in this thing called life. So blessings and gratitude to everybody. Y'all have a good night. Celebrate respectfully and responsibly, and take care of one another. Talk to you later.
Unspoken voices.
This has been the Unspoken Voices podcast with Chuck Ellis, where silence is broken, truth is spoken, and healing begins. So remember, your voice matters, your pain has purpose, and your story deserves to be heard.
So until next time,
Stay connected,
stay encouraged.
and know that your voice is never alone.